We'll gather around the warehouse, y'all. It's time to load the truck. Doc's Dynasty Hour is rolling in. Tim Karanak's got the look. Doc Eisenhower's riding shot.
Yes, that's right. That was a live harmonica from the one and only Doc Eisenhower, who you can follow on the X at Doc Eisenhower. This is Doc's Dynasty Hour with your host, Tim Kanak at Fantasy Aceball, and good friend, John Anderson at John PGH. John heard that Doc was going to harmonica, and Doc is like, I'm like 10 whiskey shots in, and John is like, I'm in. I cannot stay away from that train wreck. Right,
Man
John?
of many talents. Good for
At least
you.
like one or two.
Only one or two. That was pretty solid, actually. Let's just wait until we. Hey, I hope you practiced. You're gonna have to do the good and the bad, and the good, the bad, and the ugly later. So
I don't know if I have that on harmonica, but I can make more cool sounds with it. I can make some cool sounds with my harmonica.
Do you have kids sleeping in the house or anything like that?
I got a nice big house.
Oh,
I used to be impoverished for a lot of my life, so I can say things like that. Fine. But yeah, I'm in the basement, and they're on two floors away.
Same here. We lost Tim already.
Silence. What was that?
Tim's gone.
Oh, Tim. Okay, I was we already have a lot of dry humor going on.
We lost him immediately.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Miles Michaelis picture. That looks exactly like you, Doc.
Make that face. Make that face.
Man, his mustache is
smiling now. You gotta do like a.
You gotta be mad. You gotta be upset. He just gave up 9 earned runs. He just gave up 4 homers. Yeah, there it is.
You could totally be a brother. You could totally be his little brother.
You do look a lot like Miles Michaelis.
Yeah, I mean, he may be just fermenting that just a little bit, or maybe that's just my coat. I got this light blonde. He's got that brown red. So
yeah. All right,
yeah,
Tim.
I got to get him in here. So the reason my Starlink is having issues. By the way, I had a guy come out and he told me that the signal is perfect. The issue is that my neighbor's tree is growing in front of the freaking Starlink satellite, and I'm fighting my neighbor because I'm trying to get them to pay to cut their own tree down. Like, what side of the fence do you fall on this? Should I have to pay to cut down their tree that is like literally hovering over my house, blocking my signal?
Yes.
And it's their tree.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, come on. Really? You think I should have to pay to cut their tree?
To get something for your own benefit. Yeah, it's their tree. You don't have to
But
cut
if
it
I'm
down.
cutting their
how,
tree,
how are you actually even allowed to cut down
the
their tree?
entire tree? Shouldn't I then be able to be like George Washington and cut down the whole tree instead of just cutting the branch?
If it's something purely for your benefit, they don't want to lose the tree, then why would they have to pay for something to do something you want for your own?
I just ask. Okay, fine. Where are you at on that, Doc?
I mean, it's their tree, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's
Have you talked to the neighbor? Is the neighbor Miles Michaelis?
Miles Michaelis is a neighbor, but he is not the neighbor.
Okay.
It's definitely someone else. He's a property manager, definitely not a Major League Baseball player. All right, let's get to the moves that we made. Doc, what did you do last week? Because you have your old trade written down in the notes. So I'm like, oh, I got mystery time.
My bold trade?
Your old trade. Your Jordan trade. From last
the
week.
Jordan trade.
How's that looking?
I mean, it'll look different the second that Jordan goes down with like a hand injury that looks like he's going to be out for 2 weeks and he misses the rest of the year. It'll look probably really good at that point. I'm getting lots of offers in a CBS league. I've just been so busy. These guys are probably so mad at me. These guys keep canceling. This is all industry guys. And they're just canceling their trades and then resending them in new ways. I got, it's going to be a sick team. I got guys like Bonham there. I got McGonigal. I got some guys. So we'll see what happens. I did make a move. I'll talk about some prospects, pretty minor stuff, but this was actually last week. I didn't mention it. I picked up Kiner Benitez. You ever heard of this guy?
Yeah, I've seen him live like 5 or 10 times.
Yeah. He's like low way, but I think he's a little older. in the Marlins system. We'll see if he's still doing well like a week later. Is a good check-in. Oh, yeah. So he's got a 1.59 ERA, which he actually finished with a 1.59 ERA last year, which is odd. Still, he's actually striking out more guys. Yeah, keep an eye on this dude. Yeah, he's only 20. He's in Jupiter, so that is right where you are. They should probably give him a promotion. This is maybe your next guy. He looks thicker than 165. You look at his picture on
Yeah, no, for sure he is.
He's thick neck boy. Lefty, yeah. I don't know anything about him other than I needed to pick up a Florida Marlin in one league, and that led me to discovering him. It's like a weird autistic league where you have to roster – it's prospects only, and then you have to have 6 of like a home team, and he happens to be – I'm the Marlins right now. So anyway, that's how I discovered him. I made one other ad to see if I want to flex it or not. Yes, I do want to flex it. Blake Walters, remember this guy?
Yes.
The catcher? That's
No.
Tony. That's Tony.
Blake Mitchell, maybe you're thinking of. But same team is Blake Walters, 6'4", 210. This was I felt like he was drafted higher. I guess he was part of that sick class in 2023. But he's the second round. I believe he was an early second rounder. I think he got a big signing bonus. He was supposed to be their big next ace, their next Asa Lacy, if you will, for the Kansas City Royals. No offense, Mr. Lacy.
R.I.P. DFA'd this last week.
You never know, man. But yeah, you also sometimes you do know. But it's been a weird ride for Walters so far. He's still in low A. You know, this is his 3rd year now. He hasn't like been blowing out his arm or anything, and he hasn't been atrocious either. He's just been super mid. And they've said that weird little lines amongst the franchise. They've said things like, "Oh, he's just not right. You know, he needs to work on some things." They're giving him those, right? And I guess we can believe them a little bit because, yeah, he's coming out the gate, at least at low A, as a 21-year-old now. He's got 1.66 ERA. You like that? Striking out 10 per 9, 4.6 walks per 9, which is like whatever. You want anything. You want a major league career at this point. You need him to like give you innings and advance beyond low A. So some signs of promise. This is like a 30-teamer where I'm adding. I'm adding these guys, or at least like deep 20-teamer. So Connor Benitez and Blake Walters, if you're in a real deep league and these guys are hanging around on the waivers, I know that they were not very highly rostered on April 20th. That's how far behind I am with it. So it's a little over a week ago now, but maybe they're still there.
He throws 99, man. If you throw 99, you're at least going to get a shot as a reliever.
He's a big body guy too.
Yeah.
He's +7 on the F score change. We redid the F scores. He went +7. Big stuff gain because of the strikeouts.
Yeah, you like that. And then let me give you a couple tips here on your Marlins league, Doc, if you don't have these guys. Eliezer Dishmay is fire. Eliezer Dishmay. He has been amazing since like June or July of last year.
How in the world would you spell that? You got to help us out.
Yeah, it's like the Bible. Elliot, it's like Eliazer, and then Dishmay is D-I.
Oh, he's owned in this one league, dude. This is a crazy league.
Yeah, he's really good. And then
I'll flag him in another league. Oh, he's owned in several of my leagues.
And then Nate Payne has been fire this year. Nate Payne, I saw at the end of the last year, and I was actually texting Welsh about him because he was like, "Hey, have you seen Nate Payne yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've seen him a couple times." And one time I saw him, he had like 9 strikeouts in like 4 innings with 0 hits or something like that. So he was really good. Good breaker, solid fastball. But Dishmay is the truth. That guy throws like an 88-mile-an-hour slider. Like what complete wipeout. Like he's fire. There he is. Look at that. Look at John. Oh, you only have the 2026 up. I was gonna say try to look at like July of last year until recent. His strikeout rate has been insane since that time. There you are. Eliezer, like Eli Azar.
You own him in our 30-teamer in our prospects warehouse, Dynasty warehouse 30-teamer.
Yes, I do. All right, moves I made this week. I added Ty France in a 20-teamer where I had like a injury. And then now I'm probably going to drop Manzardo in that league for Spencer Strider when Strider returns from the IL because Manzardo has been atrocious. So I think it's kind of interesting that I'm replacing Manzardo with Ty France in a league, but that's where we're at right now. At least France is getting hits. Manzardo can't even hit the ball. Even though France has no power, but just kind of interesting to think that's where we are with Manzardo. Pedro Ramirez, I added in a 16-team Otnu league. So I'm jumping on the Pedro Ramirez bandwagon. And then Esmeralin Valdez, one of John's boys, I added in that same 16-team Otnu league.
Hold up. Hold up.
Drops.
One of John's boys.
Yeah.
Dude, I got Esmeralda
fan.
everywhere, bro. Are you kidding me?
Obligatory.
But the slap both.
Yeah.
He's
He's a Pirates fan. He has to be a John
I
boy.
didn't even know about him till
A John boy, not a John boy.
So what did you do with him? You got him?
I got him. I got a Esmeralda for $1 and a 16-team Anu. Pedro got jacked up to $4, but I still got him.
That's absurd. Yeah, Esmeralda's not being hyped enough. He's going to be a major problem.
69% contact rate, 80.3 in zone. That's okay. But yeah, the Ks are that was a problem for him before, right? I thought we'd be a lot of strikeout, but 120 plate appearances at 20% K rate.
And a 19.5% walk rate to go along with that. So pretty solid walk rate there. You know, you'd like, it's not like he's not swinging. 40% swing rate's okay. You would like to see him swing a little bit more than that. Chase rate's only 26%, so that's not bad either.
I see that Pedro Ramirez is up for auction in our Otnu league. I wonder who nominated him.
Now you're gonna add some money to it.
I'm not gonna bid on him.
I just said I got him for $4. You're like, now I know what to bid Tim up to.
No, I'm not.
This
I
is a
promise
12-teamer, not a 16-teamer.
I'm not bidding on him.
All right, Doc. Doc's Magnificent 7.
You want
Where's our
me to?
yeehaw? That's our yeehaw. Where's our yeehaw?
Okay, ready? Take 2. You gotta say Doc's
Say it again.
Doc's Magnificent 7.
Okay, take 3.
Doc's Magnificent 7.
Yeah.
There you go. That was a good one. All right, Doc. Number 1, you got.
You
didn't even put Cade Cavalli. You just wrote in Cavalli like he's Ichiro. So Ichiro Cavalli, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be doing the thing that you want him to do, which is be good at throwing baseballs instead of being bad. No, man, this guy, he's had the swing and miss upside for a little while. And so I don't know, this ride may continue. He may be on this Mackenzie Gore kind of ride. You don't know what you're going to get, but in deep leagues, it's good to take a swing on this upside. His body's nice. He's got that nice body. My wife loves when I talk about men's bodies like this. She actually doesn't. She gets concerned, she says. 6'4", 223, big old boy.
Beautiful stash. Have you seen his MLB photo? He literally did a twisty stash.
He looks
Gel
sharp.
stash.
Yeah, he probably listens to the show. Back-to-back 10 strikeout games. That's something to take notice of, right? He's doing a little bit of everything nice. You know, you're concerned about his command. Historically, he's making some adjustments, it seems. He's getting by. I don't want to get too ahead of my skis here, but I want to give the kid some shout outs. He was a premium prospect doing like 15 Ks per 9, like a filthy prospect, and just had a lot of shoulder injury. He had major concerns, right, with his health of his arm. And so for Cade Cavalli to come out here 2 games in a row, giving you double-digit strikeouts, it's like, okay, like you can even mess up a couple of times in a row. I'm still going to be interested because not every pitcher in this league has that kind of upside. Washington Nationals are going to let him roll, right? They're going to give him that. They're going to give Miles Michaelis some leash. What do you think they're going to give this kid? And maybe something to take note of here, as you can see on the screen, last 3 games, 2 total walks. That's exciting for a guy with shoddy command.
Last 3 here, 33% K minus walk, 1.42 Sierra my way. It's been very good.
It should also be noted that he has a 419 BABIP on the season.
Oh.
So there should be very highly positive regression in his favor coming.
We all liked him before the season, and then like it goes wrong for 4 starts, which seems like the end of the world because it's the first 4. If it's a random 4 starts in August, nobody notices, but when it's the first 4, everybody, craps their pants about it. So it's time to get back on Cavalli.
Yep.
I only
Michael Garcia is
crap them.
Yeah,
you didn't.
You don't eat enough fiber.
No,
I took half a bottle of Pepto-Bismol the other day, and I didn't poop for like 3 or 4 days. I don't recommend it.
Oh, that's why you're drinking the whiskey then.
No, I just like to drink whiskey.
Oh, okay. Michael Garcia. Michael Garcia, number 2.
Oh yeah, Michael Garcia. Yeah, I went from I love it. I actually love that Michael Garcia struggled a little bit because I felt like cringy. So whenever some guy gets too good that I like, I stop talking about him. I'm like, nah, everyone knows. I used to be like, Mason Miller would be an amazing reliever. God, come on, guys. People got mad at me. They're like, no, shut up. He should be a starter. He's so filthy. If you could just stay healthy, I'm like, he won't. Let him be what he can be. Now he's like the best reliever in baseball, and everyone talks about him, and I don't talk about him. It's not fun. It's too mainstream. Maikel Garcia was going too mainstream. He needed to have a little struggle, a little injury, and then tonight. It was tonight. Yeah. He was already doing fine. He had two for 5 the other day, but yeah, to come back tonight, hit a home run, still steal a base. Like he has dynamism. He has like a dynamic skill set that I still don't think people are fully appreciating. I know this because I play Yahoo. And so when like, even like a stud like him goes on any kind of slump, you'll see like minus roster percentages. I'm like, oh gosh, who's cutting Maikel Garcia? Yeah. -1 in the last day. Now he's only 97% rostered. I mean, yeah, he just has that kind of 2020 upside with great ratios. Again, he went through a little slump. He's still at 259, 331. And again, that was after a bad slump. So he'll pick it back up. He's going to finish with multiple seasons with 300 plus averages. And so if you can get that category juice to go along with it, again, it's just a star upside, superstar upside for fantasy that I still don't think people are really appreciating.
Yeah, I'm with you. And you know what's funny is John thought he was hurt when that home run occurred.
Yeah, I lost it, but my friends were messaging in Slack, and someone saw him get hit or something. It looked like he got hurt, and they were like, "Oh, Maikel Garcia's out." And I was just reading that without looking at it. And I was like, "That's too bad." And he just got back, a little thing, and now he's hurt again. And then 10 minutes later, I get an alert about a home run. So I guess he was fine.
How did he do in the F score adjustment here, John? I'm sure his power went down, but how's everything else looking?
The other thing, well, yeah, I'll pull it up. He's also hasn't been stealing as much since late last year. I think we've talked about that before. So his F score overall went -2, went down 3 in durability, which that's kind of random, I guess. -2 in speed, -4 in power, -3 in discipline, but that'll probably come back up. It was just like a small sample. We did it after 4 weeks of data, but yeah, he can do everything. Not like 30. I don't think he can get to 30 in either home runs or steals.
Well, he stole almost 40 before, so it's like a willpower thing. But I think that was when he was more limited, and like he just wanted to be useful. I don't think he may never get up that high again.
He hasn't been doing it. If you look at their like attempt rates last 2 years, when he stole 37, it was 29%, and then that came down to 18% last year, and it was less than that. And if you look at the second half, and now this first month of this year looks a little bit more like that. He's at 13%. So that's like 20 steals, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, 2020 is probably better than
it's a small sample size.
35-8. Yeah,
I would look in his last week. He's stolen 2 here. Like he could, who knows? Maybe he realized, oh shoot.
Did you just came after me? You tried to debate me because of a small sample size, and then right after you said, look at the last week.
Yeah, if you want to play that game, I'll teach you at it.
All right. Good.
Come on. This is Doc's Dynasty Hour. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, my bad.
Number 3, Caleb Durbin.
Speaking of this is Doc's Dynasty Hour.
Yeah.
We can talk about Caleb Durbin. Yeah, so I acknowledged before I was, concerned. I'm like, okay, I've written about him. I'm not sure if we've talked about him on here, but in terms of like his slump, it's not a profile where a prolonged slump works, right? At the end of the rainbow is not a pot of gold. It's a pot of like $50. It's like it'll get the job done, but you're not going to get rich off a Caleb Durbin profile. So
one is silver bullion at the end of the rainbow.
Sure, exactly. And speaking of small sample sizes, let's just pretend his whole season was this last week because he hit a home run off a position player, but it was a tank. And he's been getting on base just a little bit more over the last couple of weeks. He's just showing a little bit signs of being a Major League Baseball player again, and stealing 3 bags in the last week helps a lot. Because frankly, I've said this since he was a prospect. He needs to steal bags because he's got the speed, he's got the scrappiness. If he can steal 30 or more every year, then he's a real fantasy asset. But to be at least usable, has to steal at least 20 a year. If he's doing just 20, he has to give you really good ratios or pretty solid ratios, depending on the league size. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but we're starting to see some signs of life. He's a fun player. And a team that's just going through what the Red Sox are going through right now. He's someone who a city can rally behind. He's a spark plug, a lot of fun to watch. So hoping for baseball's sake and for his sake that he can keep it going because, and people know this because I try to get him in some TGFBI. try to bid on him. People bid crazy on him. They must have known that the slump wouldn't last forever.
Future player manager Caleb Durbin. So I have a story for him. In one of our 30-team leagues that Doc and I are in, I actually messaged in our Discord because there's a whole Caleb Durbin. Doc has a rivalry with a guy in there. And so like I was like, I picked up Caleb Durbin in another league and I feel dirty. And then of course that got some comments and stuff like that. And then the hilarious thing is Caleb Durbin did not play one game on that team for me because as soon as I picked up Caleb Durbin on that team, that's the team where I had Travis Bazzana, and Bazzana got called up. So I dropped Caleb Durbin for Travis Bazzana. So he was not on my team for like more than 1 hour, unfortunately.
Missing out.
Yeah, bad month. It brings the F scores down, but a good month will bring them way back up. And it looks like he's turned it around. So,
yeah. Number 4 on the list, Cole Young.
Cole Young, boring. Another boring guy, right?
Sounds like a cowboy name. Cole
yeah,
Young.
he's got just had one of the craziest little arcs, right? So at one point, and I wouldn't have stood by this long term. So I did. This is back when I was able to do a preseason prospect ranking and a midseason prospect ranking. Can you believe it? And I think it was midseason that I gave Cole Young a top 10 non-debuted ranking at one point because he was starting to flash power, and it immediately went away after that. I think that was like the last home run he hit. And so, because I was able to notice, this guy's not really a guy who knows how to steal bases effectively. He's probably not going to do it a lot in major leagues. So that means he has to hit more home runs, and I don't know how many he's going to do. But I just looked at his defense, looked at his ability to hit baseballs, and I'm like, he's going to have an MLB career. Something tells me, and his profile screams that, right? He's so if he played in like Cincinnati, he's very exciting. But this last week, he's really been turning it on for the Seattle Mariners. The Savant page looks good. How are the F scores liking him?
I'll look. I got to show you. We got to do something here first. Hold on.
Okay.
Cole Young hit the. We're getting there. You threw it to me too soon. He hit one of the most like grunt-inducing home runs I've ever seen. Watch this. Last year. Look at this thing.
Listen, friggin' 240p. I mean, high level.
Maybe the sound.
That's high.
I just when I saw that, I was like, that ball went so far. But then he hasn't. Look at that ball. He does that. He did that in spring too. One time, like he hit this ridiculous home run, but he doesn't do it very often. But
his bat speed is like perfectly average. Like everything is perfectly average, and then he does a couple things really nice. So that'll work, right? Apparently he's hitting the launch angle perfectly right now.
F scores are still down 2 points though. So,
his last week here, I want to see. I was looking at
here. I had it here. Like
he's the top 3 hitter over the last week on Yahoo. He's just getting on base a bunch, just hitting a lot of baseballs. He's not doing anything fancy. He's not going to give you that category juice, but his value rises in deeper leagues for sure.
And you can see the lines here. Like this is the green line is expected WOBA, and the red line is WOBA if you're watching. And it was he was getting lucky at the beginning, and now it's flipped. The expected over the last 2-3 weeks is well above the actual. So he's even been unlucky with the better performance. So.
Yeah, they're actually pretty close. He's tracking pretty well against his expected stats. I don't have anything on Cole Young. So number 5, Connor Griffin.
Connor Griffin's putting it together. Connor Griffin as a highly touted young guy who everyone had heard of, and then some people were getting a little bit nervous about. I'm sure
Peter Griffin.
What's up?
Peter Griffin.
No, his name's Connor.
Who's Connor Griffin? Who are we talking about?
Yeah, no, he was. I'm sure there's some people who are starting to worry, right? And frankly, like it's tough for a teenager in Major League Baseball. It would have been shocking to see this guy go back down and get some seasoning in the minor leagues. It wouldn't have been a disgrace or anything. It would have been like, oh yeah, it would have been crazy if he pulled it off. Well, he's kind of like pulling it off, right? You started to see a lot of stolen bases pop up. If he can do this many stolen bases, he has 7 so far. That's a really great pace. That means if he can hit 30 plus this year in terms of stolen bases and like 15 plus home runs, that's a fantastic rookie campaign. And you'd imagine he'll probably get some fatigue as the year goes on. It's a hard season, but in the last week, it's what you want to see is a 320 average and 370 OBP. But he's been doing everything a little bit better lately, and the potential's there for a lot more. So it looks like he'll be very useful in the short term. Well, he'll be useful in the short term, and the star power is very easy to see long term.
All right. So when Connor Griffin was a prospect, a lot of people were like, "Oh, he reminds me of Bobby Witt or whatever," and I was like, "He reminds me of Ellie De La Cruz." His rookie season right now and Ellie De La Cruz's rookie season are so similar, it's crazy. So Ellie De La Cruz as a rookie had where did it go here? He had a 8% walk rate, 33% K rate. He hit 235 with 13 homers and 35 steals over 98 games. Connor Griffin through 25 games has 2 home runs, 7 steals. So when you extrapolate that, those are pretty similar. 230 batting average with a 310 BABIP. If you give the 20 extra points in BABIP, his batting average is basically going to be the same as Ellie's. And he's striking out and walking pretty much at the same clip. And their ground ball rates are more or less the same thing. Not to mention exit velocities are like the same. So they're basically he's basically doing the same thing that Ellie De La Cruz did as a rookie. So don't be concerned. Like literally Ellie De La Cruz, one of the best players in baseball, as a rookie, had a 85 WRC plus that season. 85. So don't be concerned.
Yeah, it just doesn't know what to swing at. I watch every Pirate game for the most part. And he just clearly does not identify pitches. He swings at ones he shouldn't swing at. He takes a lot down the middle. It just seems like he's got a lot to learn. But what do we always say, right? Like 100, 150 plate appearances before you typically see an upturn, and maybe we're there. Like I see a lot of people with the Pirates talking like, well, why they rushed him? They rushed him up. It's like, okay, if they would have left him in AAA for 3 months, this thing that we're seeing now probably would have happened anyway, right? Just later, like takes adjustment and stuff. It's a totally different ballgame. But I know, fair enough, he only saw 6 games of AAA pitching, but yeah, it looks better. And the steals are there to your guys' point. Like even while the rest is kind of struggling, he's stealing bases for you.
Yep. Number 6, JJ Weatherholt.
JJ Weatherholt, yeah, there's a lot of kids here, a lot of young guns coming through. I mean, JJ's been a guy who no one's really had time to be down on because he's been kind of what we expected, just a model of consistency. And frankly, isn't that exciting in its own way? Nice, boring consistency. Well, I guess consistency gets
that's crazy. That is crazy. It's like exactly the same. That graph right there
is expected in actual.
He hit another home run tonight.
It's like it matches up perfectly.
Yeah. Some things go right. Some things go the way they should in life. It's nice to see.
He had a leadoff home run. He's been getting into more power the last week and a half. Yeah, that thing is a thing of beauty.
Off Skeens today, bat flipped it.
Yeah, JJ's the man. He's getting better.
You okay, Doc?
I am okay. I'm just doing some dry humor.
We missed it.
I was about to talk like 3 times, and I was like, it's just not going to happen.
On Doc's Dynasty Hour.
All right, yeah. Okay, JJ Weatherholt is good, people. Number 7. This is the one that Doc teased last podcast. It is Luke Dickerson.
Luke Dick, or L Dick, as he hates to be called. This is a guy who I highlighted him and another guy known as Caleb Bonnemer, who has had some mild amounts of success lately. I actually had Dickerson as my 1A to Bonnemer's 1B. That has flip-flopped somewhat. But Dickerson, man, yeah, last year I think he came on and hit like 3 home runs in the first week or something, and I was like, yeah, bro, I did it again. And literally I'm not even smart. It's just signing bonuses. Pay attention to signing bonuses and then to go dig into the player behind that and see what you think. And I liked what I saw with Dickerson. He was, it got Trout comparisons due to New Jersey upbringing and his build. He kind of looks a little bit physically like Trout. Obviously, don't expect him to be one of the greatest players of all time, but Dickerson was someone who I was excited about early on, and then he fell off a cliff. He actually didn't get a crazy K rate or anything at low A last year, but a 204, 309 OBP is nothing to be happy about either, right? he took some walks. He got 21 stolen bases, which was something like there was enough here for me to be excited about. Well, early on this season, through 21 games, he's got 3 home runs, 4 stolen bases already. The K, it's interesting, right? The Ks are actually a little higher in terms of a percentage, but you love the back of the baseball card. 274 average, 364 OBP. It's better. It's a better overall player. Contact rates have stayed pretty much fine. Above 70, so you're happy with that. I saw him live in Fredericksburg. What was it? Tuesday this week. So today's Thursday. Saw him and Eli Willits. Man, Eli Willits is gonna be good. They have a lot of fun young talent down there, including a couple other guys I might talk about later. They're deeper cuts, but Luke Dickerson, they're having him hit at the 3-hole. I saw him playing third base, by the way. I'm not sure if that's notable or not. Luke Dickerson, because I know a lot of people, including myself, have kind of penciled him in as our maybe a second baseman of the future, which is really hard to plan for in deep leagues. He's played good. He's played 10 of his games at second base, but it looks like they're giving him a shot to maybe play third later on. We'll see about that. Anyway, Luke Dickerson, someone you can get in a lot of leagues right now, but had a lot more helium last year. Yeah. Any y'all got any thoughts on Luke Dickerson?
Yeah, F power is up 5% on the year so far. I like him definitely for power, and hopefully the trends that we're seeing so far this year continue, and he just stays healthy and makes strides forward. I think that's what's happening. So this is a natural progression for a player. Not everyone is just going to come in and be like, Connor Griffin, for instance, and go up like 5 levels as a high schooler all the way to the majors. It's not going to happen for everybody. A lot of people, most prospects are going to go up like one, maybe they go up 2 levels in a year. But if they go up like 1 level a year, that's pretty solid, especially for a high schooler. So I think people have to understand not all prospects are Connor Griffin. So I think like a lot of people see Connor Griffin do something, or they see, like Seth Hernandez just blowing everybody away, and they think, oh, everyone is that good, and they should all be like, all the prospects should be doing that and like going up like that. And it's like, not everyone is like that. That's only like freaks. So what do you got, John?
No, it's a crazy world out there, and Luke Dickerson needs to stay and sign an autograph next time. I have 3 tickets, 2 more tickets to Fredericks Nationals games this year. One more is this.
And Luke.
Eli Willits.
Not use his cool hand to sign your.
No, he probably had he's probably a jerk, actually. Take him off this list.
Yeah, make him sign cool hand Luke too. Okay, so Magnificent 7 this week. Cavalli, Michael Garcia, Caleb Durbin, Cole Young, Connor Griffin, JJ Weatherholt, Luke Dickerson. Okay, now all hat, no cattle. Who is your biggest phony of the week, Doc?
Brooks Lee. I got nothing to like really hate on this guy about. He was kind of in the Cole Young vein for me previously. Or maybe a boring guy who would probably be a major leaguer. What's he ranked here? I was just on the last 7 days list. A lot of young guns we're talking about today.
I don't like Brooks Lee either.
Yeah, he's number 5 overall. He's number 5 hitter in my Yahoo league still, but the Yahoo's not buying in. Slightly behind Cole Young. Yeah, he's getting the job done. If you look at his Savant page, it's puke worthy. So it's not. Hey, I don't just look at Savant pages, folks. It's not Savant baseball. It's MLB, Major League Baseball. So we're not playing based on metrics alone. That said,
how does he have 5 home runs this year with only a 104 max EV?
Yeah, it doesn't like his. If you look at his metrics, he makes Caleb Durbin's page look sexy. At least Durbin has like some like bright red to it.
Dude, that's hilarious. How does he have 5 home runs with a 104 max?
Well, in his last week, he's got a 391 average and 462 OBP. He's
like the red line.
Yeah,
it's very lucky.
You know what I like, John, is that the Savant page where it shows the home runs versus expected home runs. If he was like in normal ballparks, like on normal days, it'd probably be like 1 based on those statistics. That's hilarious. But his F power is up 4 points to a wonderful 94 or 95. So it's still below average for Brooks Lee. So still a very below average player with a 98 hit score, F score, 100 discipline, 95 power, 90 speed. Kind of meh.
And he's got 3 expected home runs, 1 no doubter, whatever that means. So it's fake, phony. Good call.
Yes, nice. All right, you got anything on Brooks Lee, or are you ready to move to the Huckleberries, Doc?
I'm ready to rumble.
Oh, yeah. All right, Huckleberry of the Week. I'm going to go first. I'm cheating. I'm going to pick Emmanuel Rodriguez. So I'm picking Emmanuel Rodriguez for a couple of reasons here. This dude is about to get the call up. The Twins outfield is atrocious. This guy hit a home run the other day, 118.2 miles per hour, which would be the hardest hit home run in all of professional baseball on the year. Now, the only guy who has hit a ball harder is O'Neal Cruz, hit a double 119. But 118.2 is the hardest hit home run on the year. And Emmanuel Rodriguez, you can see way better than Brooks Lee, another Twin. Emmanuel Rodriguez is a big F score riser so far this year. So he is up 11% on power for F scores this year because he's hitting the ball in the air much more than normal. So we got here last year. I had this up a second ago. Where did it go?
Here's
last
that
year,
118 if you want to see
1-0
it.
for Roberts, and this is punctured to right field. Does it happen?
That was the 118 mile an hour.
Bye-bye. So Emmanuel Rodriguez last year, John, 26% fly ball rate, 49% ground ball rate. This year, he has a more normalized 43% fly ball rate, 40.8% ground ball rate. So much better at hitting the ball in the air this year. So it's not just that he crushes the ball 118 miles an hour, but his angles are significantly better versus what they were in the past. And that's going to make a big difference. Air pull this year is overall, it's at 19%. Let's see what it is just this year. This year, his air pull is at 27.1%. That's cheddar right there. That's lefty Rainiel Rodriguez type stuff. With a 111.9 90th percentile EV this year, 92.9 average. This guy is going to get the call soon, and he is mashing baseballs. So that is why Emmanuel Rodriguez is my Huckleberry of the Week.
Splits? Is he still going to sit against lefties, you think?
He's still been very bad against lefties.
Yeah.
So he's hitting this is just this season.
Yeah.
He has a 291, 429, 600 slash against righties. So absolutely destroying them. Against lefties, he's hitting 150, 370, 350 with a 60% contact rate and a 33% K rate. The one thing is he still walks 22% of the time against lefties. So this is the thing, is do the Twins actually have a guy who can get on base at a better clip than that against lefties? I don't know if they do because they have so many platoony guys anyway. So I just like, they've got Wallner, another lefty. They've got Larnick, a lefty. So they have like all these lefties. Yeah. Emmanuel Rodriguez, a lefty. None of them can hit against lefties, but I think at least Erod might be able to get on base against lefties. So maybe he does still play against lefties.
Yeah, what's the point of doing the Trevor Larnach thing for much longer? Like, let's let the guy get up there and see if he can turn into an everyday player.
Yep.
Well, right, he also has a 63% contact rate. Is like that a problem or not?
Yes.
In AAA.
But Munetaka Murakami, your boy, Doc. I mean,
not my boy.
It's working for him. I know.
It's not going to work for him.
The great debate. 2 weeks later, after the debate, which I was on your side of, Doc, I wasn't here, couldn't defend you, but you were right. You still are, but it's been a great season for Murakami. So some of these
guys hey, I love when weird guys like these guys would be the anti-derb, the guys who have no ability to hit baseballs, but just pure
when they do.
Raw grit. It's going to be a long season for each of them, so we'll see what happens. I'm looking to sell. What is this right up here on Fangraphs? Rodriguez is a fun, weird prospect. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, no, we'll see what happens with him. I'm going to try to sell him on the call-up hype. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think he's better than Spencer Jones. So if you're between Spencer Jones and Emmanuel Rodriguez, I'd go Erod. But yeah, you with me on that one at least?
I want to see how I haven't been paying. I was just tapped out on Spencer Jones like at this point. So let's take a look, see what his rates look like this year. Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, well, his zone, yeah, no, everything's bad.
Bad. All right, your Huckleberry of the Week.
It's just like so crazy. He's getting worse. I'm not rooting for that stuff, but
But
to
he
see
looks
that.
like but he has an Otani stance now. He's got the Otani stance. Come on. All right, no. We got a Huckleberry of the Week is a podcast favorite, Caleb Bonnemer. We are both champions of number one Caleb Bonnemer here. So have at Doc.
Yeah, I had a guy reaching out to me on DMs this week. He's like, "Dog, you called Bonnemer." He told me like he pulled up like a reply from in that DM thread from summer of last year. Me telling him, he's like, "Hey, 3 bad prospects and then Caleb Bonnemer. Who should I go with?" I said, "Definitely Bonnemer." And he said, "Thank you for this, by the way. You killed it, man." Well, podcasters, that could be you next time I tell you to do anything.
Luke Dickerson, hint, hint.
Yeah, no, he's doing great. I gotta go. I have not been tweeting at all. I've been so off. I've been basically offline. Is something concerned? Is that, did I just see that? Yeah, I actually don't like that he's got 68% contact rate, but that makes Emmanuel Rodriguez and Murakami look like, I mean, gosh, I messed it up with the way to say it, but it's still way better than them. So that's fine. Yeah, it's interesting. So his contact rate's down, his K rate's a little up, but everything's coming together. You got 11 home runs in 22 games at high A. That's exciting. He's on pace for, something like 100 home runs or something. I'm not a mathematician, but point 65. Is, this is a guy who.
Here's a doctor.
What's that?
It's like 60 homer pace.
Just
100. We round up to 100.
We round up to correct. Yeah. So Caleb Bonnemer is just a guy who people weren't maybe paying attention to coming out of Michigan. Then they thought maybe he'd have a hit tool risk. And hey, we're not out of the woods with that yet, but everything he's done over the last couple of years, like he's been passing all the tests, all the challenges so far. He'll probably hit a road bump at some point, but what we're seeing now is like we saw him flash speed last year and 29 stolen bases. Not really stealing at all this year, but he's doing a lot of home run hitting. I guess it's hard to steal when you just grabbed all 4 bases in one swing of the bat, right? So that's a thing to consider. But we're seeing him flash surprising speed last year and big power this year. I think Caleb Bonnemer has made everyone who declared him to be a top 30 prospect look pretty good. In fact, now he's making us wonder top 20. And then I guess if you can get it done at AA, is he a top 10 prospect at some point?
Yeah, he's got 24 hits, 11 homers, 8 doubles. So there's 9 singles in there. We lost. So, and then he has the top home run rate in all of professional baseball. He's got 11 homers and 101 plate appearances.
Tim, you dropped off there. I said that he's making top 30 rankers look good. Maybe he's top 20 now. Maybe he'll be top 10 soon. Caleb Bonnemer.
Yeah, I had him at 20 coming into the season. So I would say after the graduations, he will be a top 10 prospect for me.
It seems like the trajectory.
Yes, despite, like you said, the 68% contact rate. I think that he's just going for broke and high A right now, he's like, I don't need more high A. White Sox.
The crazy thing is he just got there. Like he showed up there at the end of last season and he started cranking bombs like more than he was at low A.
Yeah, maybe there's just a fun part of the park where he's just like, I just want to crank homers in this spot. Like, and he maybe, I mean, in the minors, you can mess around like that. You might just be like, I really like that spot over there. I'm just going to keep cranking homers that way. Like if there's like a shorter porch or something in left field in the park, I don't really know how that park looks, but.
Looks good.
All righty. So we have now the yellow belly of the week. My yellow belly of the week is Rafael Devers, who is 0 for 8 today. He is 1 for 26 in the last week with a 39% K rate. Just this guy has just been terrible. And worst of all, because this is the most important statistic of all, is the F scores. Worst of all, Rafael Devers is minus 10% in plate discipline. He's minus 15% in power this year. Minus 6 in durability, which is just games played. But he has a minus 7 F score change overall, which is one of the worst in baseball. That's up there with, I think, like Michael Bush. There's a couple guys, like him and Michael Bush and a couple other guys who I was between here. But Rafael Devers has been absolutely atrocious this year. And because of who he is, like, and kind of the rep he got in Boston of like being mean to Christian Campbell. Like it's kind of being like, I'm not going to play first base. Yeah. Like I'm not rooting for him to get better.
I hate the low character
kind of
guys.
Yeah, I'm just I don't even like. Yeah, I'm done with him. I don't want to deal with him. It's not. This is me more like me not being a coward. Like, ooh, I'm afraid of what's going on here. It's more just like I'm done with him, so I'm gonna stay away from him. And I think he's the coward because I think he's afraid of playing a position defensively. He's afraid of first base.
Buy low,
Elder's
man.
time?
You gotta buy low. we even got the prospect guys. The touts are saying they're done with Devers. Like there has never been a better time to buy low on a proven stud hitter than right now with Rafael Devers.
He's also not in good shape, man. He's not the best. He's not like he doesn't look like a great athlete.
It's the buy low of all time. Yeah, we would just do a trade right now if we were in a league where one of you had him. Like I'm trying to get Devers. Just take advantage of it. Maybe I'll be wrong, but we'll see.
All right, Doc.
This is kind of like my Jazz pick. I said last week, or I think it was last week. I was like, I was brazen about it. I said I just don't like Jazz, so I'm taking this chance to kick him while he's down. I said objectively, it's probably actually a good buy low time. But I just don't want it. I just don't want to root for him, so I'm going to call him my yellow belly. I'm going to call him whatever, all hat no cap, whatever he was. And now he's hit a few home runs this week, so it was technically a buy low moment, but also I enjoyed my moment of kicking him while it was down. I hope and I pray for him to come around because a lot of physical talent there, but the brain is just not working out in my opinion. My yellow belly of the week, I'm just scared for Kyle Manzardo. He's getting lost in no man's land. Like, who are you? Came up as him and Vinny Pasquantino both came up as I always talk about them together because they were kind of similar prospects. High walk rate guys where you thought maybe they get 15 to 20 home run power, like maybe not big power guys. Well, both have changed their approaches and both seemed to really work out last year. 27 home runs for Manzardo in his first full season. That's actually like it was underplayed, understated, and maybe across the baseball world, but almost cracking 30 home runs is impressive. Well, he's taken a major step back this year. The strikeouts are up. The power is down. Just nothing's really working out. Let's take a look at the contact rates here.
He's got to shave the mustache. I think that's.
Well, let's not get crazy.
He's got to change something.
We can't take back. No, but everything's down. So something in his whole setup is wrong because he's down like across the board. He's just become a worse player. And it was over a large sample size last season. So he's shown us he can make it. I don't think his career is over, but certainly it's not a profile that has a lot of room for error. You know what I mean? It's not like he was having elite ratios last year. So you'll have to figure it out. Don't lose all the power trying to change your approach to get a little bit of a better walk rate. Like if last year was the best thing you can do in the major leagues, and just go back to that, see what happens. I don't know. I'm just a little concerned right now because even last year's great season, 311 OBP is not fantastic. And if he can't get anywhere near there again, if he's going to be a sub 300 OBP guy, he's probably not going to make it in Major League Baseball. So I'm yellow belly, not of him, but for him.
Yeah, I think I'm out, man. I'm just like, I don't know. I thought when he was a prospect still, I thought he was going to be a hit first baseman. I was like, this guy's going to hit like 270 with like 20 bombs. I thought he was going to be like a Yandy type first baseman. You know what I mean? Not like whatever, just I don't know what you call this. You call it not a major leaguer is what you call it. So
can't have the longest leash. I think Doc said that, but like how long can they're not like committed to him. They never seem to like him enough to play him against lefties or anything like that. And he wasn't a can't miss prospect. So maybe they'll just move on or bench him.
He was a pretty high-end prospect by the end of it. What did they trade for him?
It was Aaron Savali.
That was weird, right?
No, but they're gonna give him runway here.
Yeah, well, he's still hitting clean.
Kind of
weird. So how about we get into are you ready, Doc? Are you ready?
Yeah.
For the Mexican standoff.
It's a good Mexican standoff. I'm looking at it right now.
We're waiting.
Oh, well, you gotta announce them. Or you wait? You want to do the thing?
No,
Okay, ready?
dude.
want
Remember, every time I say Mexican standoff, you're supposed to do the good, the bad. No, with the harmonica. What are you doing here? Use the
I'm not
harmonica.
gonna do it with this. I can't do it. Let me find the note. I don't have it practiced. It just sounds like kind of like he's sad. Like it's
All
a
right.
sad
Do the regular one. Ready, set, go.
There you go.
Oh, that was good. That was a good ending. That was you definitely landed that.
Like there was like 10 listeners that were still listening, and we lost 9 of them. And the last guy was like, "I'm about to click," and then he heard that jovial tune. He said, "I'm sticking around as long as you stop."
Oh yeah. Well, it is a good Mexican standoff. So we got here 3 F-score fallers. We have Kyle Bradish, who Kyle Bradish is down 13% in F stuff, down 23% in control, and down 19% in FERA. So not good. Kyle Bradish. Next is Logan Gilbert, another big time F-score faller. Logan Gilbert is down. Oh, Tyler Gilbert. No one cares about Tyler Gilbert. Logan Gilbert is down 18% in control, 8% in stuff, and 10% in FERA. And then so last is Cole Reagans, who can't stay healthy. We got Cole Reagans here is down 22% in FERA, 34% in control. His F control is now 85th percentile. That's terrible. And down 12% in F stuff. So we have 3 big time fallers here. Which falling dagger are you going to catch, Doc, between Kyle Bradish, the no fastball, according to John, no fastball Kyle Bradish, Logan Gilbert, and Cole Reagans?
Yeah, so
juggling daggers. Which one do you catch?
The one guy who I don't think I have him in any league, Logan Gilbert, I think I feel best about. He hasn't been horrendous, some of the like Reagans. I thought that Reagans after that one start, I think his numbers are probably really poorly reflected after that specific start there. Yeah, so it was 4.1 innings, 7 earned runs, 8 walks. Like I saw that. Like the rest of the season was like not fantastic, but that when he did that 3 home runs, I was like, oh, like he might be going on the IL like Tommy John. I was freaking out a little bit because I got some shares of him. So for him to come back and give you 6 innings of 1-run ball with 11 Ks, I'm more encouraged about that than I am with Bradish lately, to be honest. So he'd be my second place guy. But yeah, I mean, I was freaked out. Like 8 walks is not normal, right? What was wrong with this guy? I don't care who the opponent was, like at New York Yankees for the 8 walks, hosting the Angels for his no walks. I don't care. Major League Baseball, like, okay, phew, like I don't think his arm fell off. Something was wrong with him that day. It is what it is. But that was a sigh of relief. Gilbert, yeah, I just feel like he's the most stable option here. He's proven more. I mean, look at his last game, was fine. Some guys are starting slow, I guess. I just don't trust pitchers at all anymore. Let's Crochet just hit the IL, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have any Crochet shares, thank God. But yeah, it's like who do you trust in this league? I think Bradish's best days are ahead of him as long as he's not. That's the concern. My only concern with players is if they're actually not healthy or not. And both Bradish and Reagans have the least proven injury history out of the 3. So that's mainly where I'm coming from. I really hope that Bradish can put it together. At the Yankees is not the time to really put it together, but I'm looking at his game logs. I think he's had he's just been doing a tightrope walk all season. I don't even know if you could say he's had an actually like solid game, right? Anyway.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm in the same order as you. What about you, John?
Yeah, for sure. I think Bradish is a mile behind them. You can see the K to walk stuff on the screen if you're watching. Gilbert is at 19.4% K minus walk, which is actually pretty good. Not up to his standards, but that's not bad. I mean, that would put him in the top 30 or something in baseball.
The walk rate is still elite, 5%. It's the K rate being down that is the problem for him.
Raggins is at 13%, but again, like if he comes out and has another normal start next time, you throw that 8 walk one out. It was weird. So I agree with Doc on that one. And then Bradish has been real bad. I mean, 23% K rate's not great. 12.5% walk rate's real bad. And again, like he just doesn't have a fastball. I mean, it's like all slider, and the slider's not even that good this year. The stuff plus is down on everything. Like he doesn't look good at all. If he didn't have two elite months last year, like nobody would be talking about Bradish. It just looks really, really bad.
Yeah. How do you like, by the way, the Braves letting Spencer Strider walk into the punji pit of Coors Field for his first start after injury?
I wonder what it was. Just they wouldn't get him on schedule, and they just say, "Don't worry about it. Just go, stretch it out, whatever." It's tough. I wonder if they talk about that.
That's going to be a good buy point if you're trying to get Spencer Strider cheap, because the average induced vertical break in Coors Field goes down like 4 inches, and that's what he's known for, is his high induced vertical break fastball. So that's probably like the worst place ever for him to pitch, and that's where he's returning. So it'd be a good buy point, I think, for him. But anyway, that is the podcast. Make sure you subscribe on MLB Data Warehouse, and subscribe because of Tim. Subscribe because of Doc. Don't subscribe because of John.
Yeah, whatever you do.
All right, Doc, play us out. Play us out, Miles.
Do I have to do something with this?
Yeah.
All right,
do something. I don't know. Do something
go.
sexy. Do your sexy song. Were harmonicas ever sexy?
Stay sharp, stay hungry, keep them barrels flying high. This is Doc's Dynasty Hour. We'll catch you on the other side. Here we go.